line is they're winners. They're ranked 4th in the country. And so somebody like Dresser, 78 wins so far at Iowa State in his 7th year, 238 career victories. And here we go. For Iowa State now, the Cyclones will come with a relatively new face. Sam Hrabovsky, the sophomore, he's out of Fulton, Missouri, 2018 Missouri high school champion. We told you about Titus and 19-1, and Hrabovsky got in.
Yeah, did a great job. Goes immediately to the high crotch, and the high seed looks for that opportunity to cut the angles. Now looking to hook as he's looking to capitalize on this opportunity. And he switches to the opposite side. He's gonna have to really sit to the hip, but Titus doing an amazing job collecting that far ankle and is now looking to step over himself.
Well, Titus, he can roll.
Absolutely. And so right here, if you're Hrabovsky, you want to keep your hip down, right? Like that left hip. It's getting elevated. A cross knee action is coming. So Hrabovsky's going to have to be careful right here because Titus is going to look to step over that. And that is not a very exciting position for him to be in. But Titus doing a great job. And he's going to look to continue to get to that lower shoulder and look for back points.
Coach Flynn talked about Jordan Titus as mature, hard worker, and one of the guys who gives a consistent effort, which is what he's looking for many of his other wrestlers who have shown these flashes as they climb the ladder nationally, but to do it all the time. And that includes all summer and in the room, and you know that.
Yeah, it's one of those things, consistency is a hard skill. It's a hard skill to learn. Especially when there's week in and week out high-level guys that you're competing against. And so the thing that you want to look to control is your behaviors and your habits and routines. And so if Coach Flynn and his program want to continue to climb like they are, those guys will have to figure out how to get their guys to be consistent.
Well, Titus has the leg.
Did a great job awareness-wise right there with that takedown Titus did.
6-1. Looking to make his second trip, Titus is, to the NCAA tournament. And Hrabovsky out of Fulton, Missouri. It's not too far from Columbia, in the middle of the state. And he didn't know his opportunity was coming. He found out just hours ago that he was going to be the guy. But in a way, that's why you come here.
Yeah, you come to grow and learn about yourself. You come to get a good education and be on a team that is, in the talk for competing for a trophy at the NCAA tournament. And you come to wrestle, I think one of the selling points for Kevin Dresser and his program is if you want to come wrestle in front of a lot of people, then come to Iowa State because we have decent crowds. And that's been one of his selling points for the recruits.
Well, it's quite the contrast from 3 weeks ago tonight when you and I made it to Hilton Coliseum for Utah Valley in the middle of that blizzard. We had about 125 people actually make it here.
Hrabovsky doing a good job. He's gonna be tasked with making sure he returns Titus right here. Titus, great awareness, gets to his feet. But nice mat return right there from Hrabovsky, and the crowd loves that.
Well, it was great.
He's looking to return, but he wasn't able to find the opportunity to get Titus back down.
Advantage time at 42 seconds for Titus.
Nice snap right there and tries to run down the leg. wasn't available. Hrabovsky wrestled out of it. Great work by him.
And now he's in.
Beautiful ankle pick right there. If you're Hrabovsky, you want to elevate. You want to get that leg off the ground. Titus continuing to try to tie up that wrist over there on the edge. Hrabovsky's going to have to be aware right here. Doesn't want to go out of bounds. Wants to bring that back in.
Well, this is a really great effort by Hrabovsky against a guy that's ranked 10th in the country and lost only one match.
And Hrabovsky's been one of those guys in the Iowa State program that just shows up consistently. You just show up consistent. You do the work. You do the hard things. You don't complain. And so to see him have an opportunity to wrestle in front of this Hilton crowd, I think he wants to take as full advantage of it as he can.
Well, he'll start down. Hrabovsky to begin this third period. Caution.
And then the other side of it is, for Titus, one of those things that can happen is when you're preparing for someone, and I'm sure Titus believed this whole week, and even leading up to the match that he would be wrestling Anthony Echemendia. So he had prepared and prepped for a totally different stylistic matchup and maybe even person.
Well, then they were going to go with Zach Redding, a proven performer and a former NCAA qualifier himself, but he's ill. So here's Sam, literally today, being told, you're the guy.
Titus able to climb up that leg and go collect the other hip and get that takedown.
10-2.
Yeah, and so sometimes you can have that mental let off, and so that's one of the things that you got to be, I think, aware of on the other side. Hrabovsky's competing with great effort, great pace, trying to find opportunities to score. Titus is finding ways to kind of get rid of those opportunities and turn those into his, and so that's been the difference right now in this match.
Well, Hrabovsky has not been timid out there or scared.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's better you just find out a couple hours ahead of time.
The man that wins the opportunity seizes the opportunity, and so whenever there's an opportunity, you got to take full advantage of it.
We can see the riding time there. And now, here's Hrabovsky looking for three.
Got to be careful right here. Titus looking for that Jonesy tilt. Circles around. Has ride time locked up as well, Titus does.
So he'll get the major, Titus will. Jordan Titus moves to 20-1 on the season. But really a great effort by Sam Hrabovsky, the sophomore, and admirably performing here in front of this crowd. As we're going to get set here now.